Welcome to today's lecture on the Linux command. Linux is an open source, powerful operating system used by the developers, system administrator, and many other professionals across the globe. A major feature that set Linux apart is its reliance on the command line interface, which is called CLI, to interact with the system. In this lecture, we'll cover basic Linux command, which allows user to perform tasks such as managing files, controlling processes, and configuring system settings, whether you are a beginner or have some expertise in Linux. Mastering Linux command is crucial for navigating the Linux environment effectively. We'll begin by exploring essential command to get started, including how to open the terminal, interact with the major systems, and from there we'll dive into some of the most commonly used command for the file manipulation, system monitoring, and many more. By the end of the lecture, you will have a solid foundation in the Linux command, empowering you to take full control of your system. So in today's agenda, we'll cover file management, directory management, file permission, which is very important to give specific permission to different file, pipes and filter, which will be used for searching and filtering the files and directories, processes, how to navigate or how to control certain processes from the system, and the different kind of communication we can do using the Linux command. So let's move to the file management. Okay, so we'll start with the Linux file management. Here we'll explore one of the most fundamental aspect of working with the Linux managing file and the directories efficiently from the command line interface. Unlike graphical user interface, the Linux command line provides a powerful and flexible way to organize, access, and manipulate files. In Linux, files are organized in a hierarchical structure with the root directory at the top. Understanding how to navigate this structure and perform file management tasks is a key to working efficiently and effectively in Linux. Whether you are managing system files or user data or application files, knowing how to use command for the operations will make you more productive and give you greater control over the system. So here we have listed down few of the basic command that will be helpful in a day-to-day basis. First is the PWD. The full form is present working directory. So if you this command will display the current working directory of the command prompt. Second is the ls. This will list all the files and the directories under current directory. So there is a multiple version of this ls command. So ls minus l. So this will list on all the files and directories with additional information like what is the file type, whether it's a doc, PDF or etc., size, owner and permissions. ls minus a. This will list down all the hidden files in the current directory. So ls minus l will show only the visible files which are not hidden, and ls minus a will show only the hidden files. Now the fifth is a vi file name. So this will help to create a new file in the current directory. Once you create a new file, now you want to view, create a new file, you edit that file and save that file. Now you want to view the content of the file. Then you can use cat file name that will display the content of the file in the terminal. Now another important command is the wc file name. So this will display the count of total number of lines, words and characters contained in a file. Okay. So move to the next slide. So continue with the file management. So the next command is a copy. So cp source file and the destination file. So here that this command will take two input. One is a source file which you want to copy and destination file or location where you want to copy. And so this will create a clone of the current file. It does not copy the entire it will not cut the current location. Now if you want to move a certain file to the other location, then you need to use mb command, mb old file and the new file location to rename the existing file to another rename. And the last one is the rm, that is rm file name, that is used for deleting an existing directory. So these 10 are very basic and useful command for handling the files only. Now we'll go for a real demo for each of the command. So here we have opened a terminal in our desktop. So I'm using a Mac book for demonstration of the file management. So once you open the file terminal, you can see it will listed down, show the current working folder, but it is not listed. It will not show what is the enter folder structure or folder path of this demo folder. So the first command that we know, that if we type pwd, it will show you the current working directory from the root. So here you can see our current working directory, that is the demo, is present on the user, product Paul, desktop, YouTube content, and then shell programming and the demo. So that is the total path for the demo. Now, if we want to see what are the different files are located inside this folder, so for that we need to have a ls command. Now you can see there is no file as such present. Okay, so this is an empty directory. As for the demo purpose, I created a blank directory and will perform certain operations on this folder, and then we'll rerun this ls command to see what are the different attribute of what are the different kind of content it is showing. Now the third command will do is the we'll start creating a new file. So we do vi demo file 1.txt. So if we do vi demo file 1.txt, it will create a file and it will open a editor mode of the to add the content of the file. So first you need to put I, type I, so to make it a insert mode of the file. Then you can write the file. This is a demo file, content line 1, content line 2, and etc etc, and then I put content line 100. Suppose I have created this file. So now how to do save and exit. Now first you need to do escape and then put colon, then put wq and then enter. So this will save and it will exit from the content editor. Now this demo file has been created. Now if we do a ls, it will show the list of file. See here, earlier it is showing no content, but now we created a one file, so it's showing a demo file .txt. Okay, now if we do a ls minus l, here you can see it will show additional details like who created the file, so that is the username, what is the permission of the file. Will come more details what are the each attribute of this rwr hyphen hyphen means in the file permission section. But as of now, this section is told about what is the permission, who can write, who can read, and who can modify this file. Then when the file was created, and what is the name of the file, and 85 is the size of the file in KB. Okay, so this ls minus l will not list down all the files. Those are in a hidden file. It will show all the files in non-hidden file. Now suppose you create a hidden file. So what is the format for creating a hidden file. So for any hidden file, the file name should be start with a dot. So we'll start hidden file, hidden file1.txt. So again, I need to do a insert mode. I'll type I, and then this is a hidden file. Last line of the file. Okay, then I put escape colon wq, enter. Okay, now the file has been saved. Now if you put ls minus l, it will show only one file, because the earlier file what you created as a dot hidden file 1.txt, that was not a normal file, that was a hidden file. So ls minus l will not show that file. Now if I want to list down the hidden file, then you need to put ls minus a. See here, you can see it will list down ls minus l, or if we do a little more, ls minus la, or al, or la. ls minus la, it will list down all the hidden file created or present on this folder, like you can see, along with the non-hidden file also. So this is the hidden file, but this is not a hidden file, you can see, and this is also a hidden file, and these are some kind of hidden file created by system. Okay, now if we want to show the content of a file, okay, then I need to type cat, I can choose demo file 1. See here, it will list down all the content in the command line only, in this command line interface only. Okay, now I'll try to clear this command line interface. So I'll put clear command. It will clear all the from the beginning, and it will create as a fresh one. Now I'll type next command is a wc, with wc demo file.txt. So this will list it down all the how many character, how many word size, and the file name. So 15 is the 15 is the line number, how many lines, 16 is the word number, and 85 is the size in the KB, and the demo file1.txt is the that is the name of the file. Okay, next command we'll use as a copy command. Okay, so for the copy command, now suppose I want to copy this demo one dot. So let's see what we have in the current directory. So we have only one demo file 1.txt. Okay, so now we want to copy this file to the another directory. Okay, so as we don't have any directory, first we need to create a directory over here. So we do mkdir copy directory. So this will create a empty directory under the demo folder. Now if you do ls, it will show two data. One is a copy directory, that is a folder or directory, and the one is a file demo file.txt. Now I need to put a copy command cp source file, that is the demo file.txt, and what is the destination, it will be copy directory, and you can put a different name. Suppose I put demo file2.txt. So it will copy from there. Now how you can validate whether the file has been copied or not? First you need to go to the copy directory folder. So you need to do cd copy directory. Now if you do ls, you can see the demo file2.txt is there. Now if we do a cat demo file.txt, it will show you the exact content which was present in the copy demo file 1.txt. Okay, so this will copy or clone a file from one directory to the another. Okay, now I'll do a little bit more thing. Now I put directory cd .2. Now I put a ls. So here in the demo folder we have one copy directory, one is a demo file 1.txt. Now I want to copy the same file to the same directory with a different name. So we're using the same thing. We'll copy demo file 1.txt and then demo file I'll make it 3. Okay, then it will have three files: demo file 1, demo file 3 and copy directory. Now you want to move this demo file 3 from this directory to the copy directory. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll mb demo file 3, then target is copy directory. uh, okay, now if we put ls, you can see this demo file 3 earlier it was there in the previous ls command. Okay, demo file 3 was there, but after that we do a mb command. It was moved from demo to demo copy directory folder, and only this command is, this two file is there. Now if we do cd copy directory and put a ls minus l, then you can see there is two files there, demo file 2 and demo file 3. Demo file 3 we just move from demo folder to copy directory. Now if we do a cat demo file 3.txt, it will show the same content as a demo file 1.txt. Okay, so this move or mb command, that is move the file, it will move from one directory to the another. Okay, now again we will clear the console. So the last command we'll learn as the remove, that is the deleting existing file. Now we are in the copy directory. Let's clear all the folder. Okay, so put ls. We have two files, so I need to put rm demo file 2.txt. We delete this file. If we put ls, it will show only one file. Okay, we deleted the demo file 3, so we kept only two files. Demo file 2.txt. Now again I'll remove this file, demo file 2.txt, and put ls. There is no file. Now if we do a cd dot dot to ls minus l, again we have two directory, two entries. The one is the one folder and one is the demo file 1.txt. Again I'll remove demo file 1.txt to ls minus l. Only one copy directory is there. Now this is the rm is for the remove command for the file, and for the directory we need to do a separate command. We'll not discuss about here. When you discuss about the directory command, then we'll do remove this, we'll perform the remove directory command also. Okay, so I think this will give you a basic understanding of how to navigate, how to perform file operations, starting from creating, viewing the data from the file, then copy from one file to another file, how to list down a hidden file, how to create a hidden file, how to remove from one folder to another folder, and last not the least, how to delete a file. Okay, so in the next lecture we'll discuss about a different concept about the command from the directories or the folder structure folders. So let's move to the next topic. So the next topic is directory management. So in Linux, a directory is a container used to organize files and other subdirectories. A directory can hold a variety of content, including regular files, other directories, and which we call as subdirectories also, and symbolic links. The directory structure in the Linux is hierarchical, and which means directories can be nested within other subdirectories, forming a tree-like structure. Now, so there is a different kind of directories there. The topmost or important is a root directory. So this is the topmost directory in the Linux file system, and it is denoted as backslash. All the other directories and the files are nested beneath this directory. The root directory is the starting point of the entire Linux file system. So apart from the root directory, there are other common directories they are present in the Linux when the Linux as part of Linux operating system. So the first is that bin or the binary one. So this contains essential system binaries or programs that are required for basic system operations like cp, cat, and other command in Linux. The next one is the home. This is the where the user directories are stored. For each user, typically has a subdirectory under the home where their personal files and configuration are stored. For example, uh, if you have a user ID as people, so there will be a subdirectory with home/home/people. So the next one is that var. So this is called a variable directory. So this contains variable data such as log files, spool directories, and temporary files that change frequently during the system operations. For example, slash var slash log holds the log files generated by the system and applications. So the next is the slash usr, that is a user system resource. So this contains the binaries and libraries and the documentation which is specific to that particular user who logged in as a profile. Okay, so it's a typically used for the programs that are essential to the system core operations, but they are still required for the system to work properly. So the next one is the slash temp tmp. So as the name suggested, it is a temporary folder or directory that stored the files temporarily during the system operations. So when the system got reported, this folder usually get deleted. Okay. So the next one is the slash deb. So that contains device files that are present hardware component like hard drives, terminals, and other peripherals. The next one is a slash lib. So this will store the essential shared libraries that needed by the programs in slash bin slash or sbin to run. And the last one is the etc. So this directory contains the system configuration file, for example, network settings, user management, configuration, or the server configuration files that can be found here. So these are the most commonly directories in the Linux, and for when you have the Linux operating system, these are all be present as part of the OS. Now, there's a two concept for navigating the directories in the Linux file system. One is the absolute path and one is the relative path. So absolute path specifies a complete path to the file or directory from the root directory. Okay, so it is always begin with backslash, whereas the relative path specifies the path of to a file or directory relative to the current directory that the user logged in. So it will not start with the slash, but it will start with the folder name or directory name. So so next we'll go through few of the directory management comments, and also once after going to this list of command, we'll go to the hands-on section. We'll see how to use this command in real life scenarios. So the first one is that ls directory name. This will display the list of files or subdirectory present under this directory name. Okay. As you would know that we have already learned the ls command in file management section. So ls command will show all the files and directory, but if you specify the directory name, that will list down all the files and folder under the directory name specified in the command. mk directory name, mkdir directory name. So this will create a new directory. To create one more directory, one or more directory, and a single command, you need to specify the directory name with a separated by space. Now, if you want to create a parent and child directory in a single command, okay, then you need to add a -p attribute. So the command will be like that: mkdir space -p, and then you need to give the parent directory and the child directory with separated by backslash. Now, once you create a directory, then you can need to, if you need to delete a directory, then you can use dir command. So before executing the command, you need to make sure that all the files and folder under this directory that we are going to delete has to be deleted. So unless this command will not get executed. Now, if you want to, the next command is the mb command. So this will help you to rename a particular directory with a new directory name, or you can move from one directory, a particular directory from one location to another location. Now, if you want to change the current working console or change the current directory in the console, then you need to do a cd directory name. And if you want to go back to the immediate parent, then you need to do cd dot dot. Okay, so we'll stop over here and we'll go to the next section with the demo, and we'll try to see how all the command that we've learned so far we can use on a day-to-day basis. Let's move to the demo. Right now we'll be doing some hands-on on the directory commands. So before starting to the executing the directory command that we learned in the previous slide, let's check where in which directory we are currently in. So right now, if you do a pwd command, we are currently in the demo directory. Okay, now let's see what are the files and folder present in this current directory, ls -l. So currently we have one file, that is the result.txt, and there is no folder is there. So first we'll create a new directory. So it will be command mkdir, so directory 1, we'll type it. Okay, now if we do a ls -l, you can see that directory 1 is getting created. Okay, now then we'll try to see how to create a parent directory and the child directory together. Okay, then we'll do mkdir, we need to do a -p command, then parent directory / child directory. Okay, do ls -l, you can see there is 3 directories coming. One is the directory 1, second is directory 2, and the third one is the result.txt file. Okay, now, and if we do ls parent directory or do ls -l parent directory, we'll see the child directory folder is there. Okay, now so we learned how to create a parent-child relationship in a single command. Now let's try to delete a directory. Okay, so we need to, suppose we have ls -l, we have 3 directory. Now we want to delete the directory 1. Okay, then we need to do rm directory or directory 1. If we do ls -l, then you can see the directory 1 is not coming. The next command is that how to move a directory from one directory to the another directory. Now let's try to create 2 directory at the same command. Then mkdir directory 1 directory 2 to ls -l, you can see the 2 directory has been created, 2 folder has been created. Now we want to move the directory 1 inside the directory 2. Then we need to do mb directory 1, and then it will move to directory 2. If you do ls -l, you can see directory 1 is not coming. Let's do it clear. Then again ls -l, you can see directory 1 is not coming. But if you do ls directory 2, then you can see directory 1 is there because we moved the directory 1 from one directory to the another directory. Okay, now again, if we move inside a particular directory, we need to do cd comment, we need to parent directory. Now if we check what is the current working location, if you do a pwd, you can see the last folder showing as a parent directory. That means we are in the parent directory folder. Now if we move back to the immediate parent, then we need to do cd space dot dot. Then if we do a pwd again, then we go back to the demo directory folder. So this is more or less what command we have learned about the directory management. So we'll stop over here and we'll go to the next topic, which is the file permissions. So the next topic is file permission. So we'll understand how to change the permission of the file and directory in the Linux operating system. So before going to the understand the different kind of file permission, let's quickly recap what you have learned so far. So in the first topic, we have learned the file management, how to create a new file using vi command, and then once you create the file, how to read the file, that is using the cat command. Then if you want to move the file from one location to another location, then you can use mv command. You want to delete an existing file, then you can use rm command. So now coming to the directory management, where we have learned how to create a directory, that is mkdir command. Then if you want to do a to see what are the different kind of folder and files under particular directory, then you can do ls with the option with ls minus l. And if you want to see what are the hidden files and folder, then you can do ls minus a command. Then if you want to move a particular directory from another directory, then you have to do mv command. And if you want to delete a particular directory, then you need to do rm dir command. So these are all kind of basic command in the file and folder management. So let's start with the file permission. So before going to start the file permission, we need to understand what are the different kind of permission that can have a file, a folder. So as you can see, there are kind of three kind of permission, that is read, write, and execute. So what is read? Read is allows the user to view the content of the file, and when you see the permission, then it will denote as a R. Write, this will allows the user to modify the content of the file, so we denote as a W. And execute, this allow the user to execute a file. If it is a script or a bash file or any executable file, then only this parameter will get assigned, or this permission get assigned. Now so this kind three permission can be assigned to three different group. First is the owner. So who is the this is the user who create the file or who owns the file, we denote as u. Group, a group of the user who share the common permission for the file. Okay, so we can assign to a group is denoted as a G. And other, it is except from the user or the owner and the group, all the other user not part of this the list of the user and the group will denote as a other, and will treat as will denote this others as O. Okay, let's move to how to assign the permission to the file. Now, for the file permission, when you do ls minus l, then you will see the second column will denote as a permission. Okay, here you can see with sample permission we have denote as -rwxr hyphen xr hyphen hyphen. So we'll try to understand what this permission is all about. Okay, so we'll divide this permission into four categories. The first one is the type of the file. Okay, if it is a hyphen, then that means it is a regular file. If it is a start with D, that means it's a directory. If it is a L, that is for symbolic link. Now in the example, it is stated as hyphen, that means it is a regular file. Now the second, okay, after that, the second next three character, or if you say for the first three character after the file type, will denote as a owner permission. Now here in this example, it is as RWX, that means owner has a read access, write access, and execute access. That means owner has the full access on the file. And then after the three character, the next three character is the group permission. That is the R, in this example, R hyphen X. That is a group permission. That means um, this will have owner has or group has a read permission, but or group user cannot update the file, but group user can execute the file. And the last three character are the other permission. So in this example, it is R hyphen hyphen, that means other has a read permission, but the other cannot change anything or cannot execute anything. So this will give a brief understanding of what are the different kind of character of this file permission means. And now we'll see in the next slide how to change this user permission for a particular file. Okay, so to change the file permission, we need to use cmod command. So what is a cmod? That is a change mode. The cmod command is used to change the file permission. There is a primary way to specify the permission. One is a symbolic mode and one is a numeric mode. Symbolic mode, what we have understood in the previous slide, that is RWX. So that means R for read, W for write, and X for execute. So we need to specify first whether we need to add or delete. Okay, and then we need to specify what permission that to whom, what permission. So first you need to assign the group, whether it's user or group or other. You want to modify the permission, and then you need to add change. You need to add the operator. That means you need to add, delete, or assign, and then you need to give the what permission you need to add. For example, this command cmod u plus x file.txt. So what will do this permission? As you see, it is mentioned as u. That means it is the u stand for the user or the owner. So it will change the permission for the user. Then the plus, that means it will add the permission. Okay. And then x means it will add the execute permission. Okay. So next example, cmod go minus w. So G means group, O means owner, other. So it will assign the permission or change the permission for the group and the other. What change will be done? It will minus, that means it will remove the permission. What permission it will remove? It will remove the write permission. So this command will delete the write permission for the group and the owner other for the file.txt. So there are other way to do that. This is symbolic mode we talked about. Other is a numeric mode. Permission that are represent as a three-digit number. Okay. So we have three set of user. One is the user, then group, and the other. So for each of this group, we need to specify a number, and that consists a three-digit number. Now every digit will determine we have a unique meaning. So if you see the table, 7 means read, write, and execute. 6 means read and write. 5 means read and execute. 4 means only read. 3 means write and execute, 2 means write, 1 means execute, and 0 means no permissions. Now if we do cmod 755 file.txt, that means it will update the permission. 7 means read, write and execute. So this read and write execute will be updated to the user. 5 means read and execute. 5 will be assigned to the group, and rx again 5, that means rnx will be assigned to other. Okay, so in this way you don't need to specify the user and the type and the permission. Only you need to specify the number, and that will assign to this particular file. Okay, so we'll stop over here. We'll try to do some hands-on on this all uh, kind of permissions. So first we'll create some file, and then we'll see what permission will be there, and then we'll try to change the permission, and we'll try to see whether that permission is actually impacting the file editability or read or write access. We'll see it. Okay. Okay, so we'll stop over here. We'll move to the demo section. Okay, let's start some hands-on on the file permission. So before we start, let's see where we are right now, in which folder directory. So if we do a pwd command, then we are in shell programming demo folder. And then let's see what are the files are there in this folder, ls-l. Now you can see, let's try to analyze what this all for permission. Now this is a directory. Okay, and you can see it's a directory. The second one is the directory, and the third one is the normal file. Okay, now all the file will have, if the directory, it will have read, write and execute permission for the user, and read and execute permission for the group, and read and execute permission for the other. So there is the by default permission will be granted when you're creating any folder. For the file, it will have read and write permission. It is not executable file, so executable permission is not there. And for the file, read, for the other user, read only access is there, no write permission, no write permission for the other. Okay, so this is the all from permission is given. Now suppose I want to change the permission for the result.txt. Okay, sorry, clear. Okay, do ls minus l one more time. Okay, now want to change the result.txt. Now see what data is given in the result.txt. If we do a cat result.txt, you'll see some of the data is there, that I did some hands-on earlier for the system comment. If we do a clear, or what we can create a vi demo file .txt. Let's get a new file for our testing demo purpose only. So this is a new file for file permission. So I'm done with the change. You need to do escape :wq, enter. So if you do ls minus l, so you can see the demo file.txt has the same thing. It's a normal file. Read and write permission is given to the user. Now suppose I'm trying to change the permission of the demo file.txt and to remove the read permission. Okay, then chmod, then I need to change for the user. I need to put u, and then I need to remove, that has been -x, and I need to change the read permission, and then I need to do demo file.txt. Okay, so that is fine. Now if we do it again, ls minus l, now you can see for the demo file.txt, let's compare the data. So earlier it was read and write, and now it's only the write permission. Now if we change the permission, it doesn't have any read permission, so you cannot read the file. If you do a vi demo file.txt, you cannot see it properly. Let's a little bit smaller. um, okay, hold on. Okay, where this goes, if we do escape, okay, escape wa, okay, let's do one more time vi. Now you can see the permission denied statement is coming. That means you're not allowed to read the permission because we have taken out the read permission. Okay, now again let's do the change. I need to execute escape, then colon qa. Okay, now I want to change again the read permission using the do ls -l. So right now what permission is there in the demo file.txt? We have only write permission for the user, read permission um, for the other, and read permission for the owner. Sorry, other, group and other. Okay. So I need to change this permission using the numeric values cmod. Then I need to give the permission for the each and permission for the user, owner, user, group and other. So first I'll change it to read and write. So read and write will be um, it will be 6. Okay, and then for the group only the read permission. So for as per the table it was 4 and again 4 and then demo file.txt. Now if we change ls -l, you can see again it was changed from read and write rr. Okay, now I want to change the write permission. Okay, using the numeric mode only. So I need to change to only the read permission, that is 4. Okay, I need to do cmod amod. 4 is only for read permission, 4 for the user, 4 for the group and 4 for the other, and then demo file.txt and with ls -l. You can see we have changed the permission to only the read. Now you can, if you do a vi, then you can read the permission. Okay, it's read only file is coming, but you cannot change that permission. If you do a insert, now changing is read only file. Now if we do a change anything, do escape colon wq. See, it is only showing that read only option is set. Avoid add exclamation to override. You can override it, but I don't want to override, so I just want to escape colon qa. Okay, I think escape wq. Okay, okay, control c wq wa. Okay, let's do one more thing. Okay, enter or type command to enter. Okay, okay, let's do one thing. Okay, now see, I need to do colon qa exclamation enter. Okay, do ls -l. So here you can see we cannot change, we cannot add anything. Now I am to go back again with the numeric mode. chmod. Then I need to do um, 6 for read and write, 4 for group write read access, 4 for other read access, and then demo file.txt. Now do a ls minus l, do a clear ls minus l. You can see read and write is there. Now if I do a vi demo file.txt, you can edit, you can insert, and you can changing the file. Escape colon wq, enter. If you say cat txt, you can see the changing the file option line is coming. So that means this file has been modified. So now you have understood how to modify a file, modify the change permission using the cmod command. So there is two way. One is the symbolic mode that we understood using cmod u plus x or u minus x, or what are the permission, and using the numeric mode that you need to do cmod, and then you need to give the 3-digit letter for each of the group, one for each of the group, and then the file name, and that will change the permission. And similar permission will be given for a group directory also. Let's try to for the directory. Suppose for the directory 2 it has only drw, I mean it's a read write x permission, execute permission is there, and for the other read and x permission is there. Similar things you can do for the group also, directory also. So we'll stop over here, and we'll go to the next topic, which is the pipes and filter. Okay, thank you for watching this video. We'll go to the next topic. So the next topic is pipe and filter. So in Linux, pipes and filter are powerful concepts that enable user to manipulate and process data efficiently. By using pipes and filter together, you can create a powerful chain of command that can transform and process data step by step. This tutorial will introduce you to this concept and show you how to use them effectively in Linux environment. So what is pipe? So pipe is a special operator that is denoted by um, horizontal vertical line in Linux that allow you to connect the output of one command to the input of another. So it enables the output from one program to be used as input for another, creating a pipeline of command. Pipes are useful for chaining of multiple commands together in a single line, making it easier to perform complex tasks. So that means if you have multiple tasks or that you need to perform, so what you can do is that you can chain the command using the pipe, and that will useful to streamline or shorten the entire process, and you don't need to store the output of the first command in an intermediate variable, or so that you'll have less code to write, and also you have quick way to find the result. So what is filter? Filter is a command that processes the input data and produce the output. As the name suggested, it will filter the data of the output. That means you have a if you have a large amount of data, you need to filter some based on some criteria. Then it will give you the desired result. So filter take data from the standard input, perform operation on it, and send the result to the standard output. Filter are commonly used in combination with the pipes to process the transform data. So we have by default a few of the common filter that are widely used in Linux environment. One is the grep. Grep is a commonly and widely used filter that is useful to search and for pattern in a text. One of the common example is that suppose you have a log file. Okay, from any application. And in the log file, you need to search a particular text or error type. Then you can put the grep comment, or you can use the grep comment to search the data. And again, that use a pattern. So you need to put a proper pattern or regular expression to find the exact match from the log file. Okay, so the next is the AWK. So it's a powerful text processing tool for pattern scanning and processing. Okay, we'll see how to use that tool for real life scenario. So the next is a SID. It's a stream editor used for the text transformation. Suppose you want to transform a text from one format to another format, then use this tool. So TR, that translate or delete character. That means if you want to translate, suppose you have any fixed setup string over in any text file and you need to replace certain set of string to another string, then you can use TR. The next is the filters are unique. As the name suggested, it will if you apply this filter, it will give you a unique set of character or lines. So it will remove the duplicate lines from the sorted data. So the next is a short. As the name suggested, it will short the input data. Okay, based on certain criteria, you need to put a parameter after the short, and based on that parameter, it will short the data and provide the output. The last is that cut. So this will extract the specific columns from input. Suppose you have a tabular format and you need to filter a certain column to be displayed in the output, then you can use that cut command. So we have learned few of the basic pipe and filter command, but in the next slide we'll try to see few of the basic example of how to use this all the command or all the filter command. So here we'll see the chaining of command. So pipe allow you to combine multiple command together. For example, you can filter the result of one command using another command using without needing to store the intermediate data in files. So the first example is that we combine the pipe with filter using grep with a pipe. So the first command px.psaux. So this will list down all the running processes in the system. So PS will run all the running process inside the current user, but when you do a PS space aux, it will list down all the running process throughout the system. Throughout the system, and then if you add the pipe grep Firefox, then it will list down all the running process with name contain the word Firefox. Okay, so it will filter the running process with name as a Firefox. So the next command is that next example is that using ls short with a pipe. Now ls, we know that it will list on all the files and folder inside a current working directory, so that in a log format. Now the short minus k 5 minus n, what does it mean? It will short the output by the fifth column. Now if you see the ls minus l, the fifth column is the file size, and minus n means it is in numeric order. Okay, so it will short the list of the file um, with the fifth column, that is the file size, with in numerical order. Okay, the third example is combining cat grep and short. So cat, you know, it will print the content of the file in the console. So for the first command, it will print the content of the file in the console, and then it will we add a pipe. Next command is a grep error. So it will filter the line that has a error in text. Filter the line containing the word error, and then if we apply short, then it will sort the data for the filtered line in alphabetically. Okay, similar. So this is one example where we can use multiple pipes, right? Where we are using three comment and to be joined with two pipes. So the fourth example is using PS, grep, and AWK with pipes. So the first comment PS aux, what does it will do? It will list all the processes. Now if we do a grep Python, then it will filter process as related to the Python. And the last one, AWK, print $1, $3, and $11. So it will print the username CPU uses and the comment for each matching processes. So the chain of the comment, it will shows the username, CPUs, and the comment name of the all Python processes running on the system. Okay. So the next two comment is related to redirecting output with pipes. So you can combine pipes with other redirection operator to manipulate where the output goes. So for example, you can redirect to the final output to a file. So the fifth example is redirecting output to a file. So the px aux will list down all the running processes. Okay. And the grep Python means it will filter the process related to Python. Now with a single arrow Python process.txt that will redirect the output to a file called python process.txt. So it will create a new file because we have a single arrow. Now what is the next comment is that if you have already a new already file present and you want to append the file data to an existing file, the same command will work whole good. Only thing is that instead of a single arrow, you need to give multiple arrow. So this will append the file to the existing process. Okay, so here what we have learned what is pipe. Pipe um, is a comment which will join multiple comment so that it will reduce the work and it will help to the user to create a chain of command. And filter, it is useful to filter the data as in case if you have a multiple data or lot of data and you need to format the data or you need to filter based on certain condition to see what data is there with particular condition, then you can do using the filter. So in the next demo we'll try to use few of the pipes and filter comment to see how it is works. So let's move on to the demo. Let's start with some of the comment that will show the pipe and filter comments. So we'll start with first doing PS. PS will list on all the process that is running under the current profile. So only we can see only one PID is running. But if I do PS aux, it will list down all the process that is running on the system. Okay, so then we need to do a filter. We need to find um, we need to filter with certain process. Let's say I try to filter what are the process that contains a framework. Okay, so PS aux, then do pipe, then grep framework. So you can see it will list down all the process that has a framework in the names. Okay, here private framework, we have some kind of framework is there. So that is one kind of filter that we have seen. Let's be clear. Now Let's do some comment using grep, uh, then grep comment. So let's see, we have one file ls minus l. So you can see what data is there in the demo file.txt. So if we do cat, see, we have one line, there's a new line, permission, changing the line, airline 1, airline 2, plain line, airline 3. Now we want to filter all the um, lines that contain some error. So you need to use cat demo file dot, then I need to add pipe, then grep command, you need to do grep, then we need to do error. See, we can, it will list down all the line that has with error in word. Now if we change this one with permission, no, it's not coming because its permission is capital P was there. So let's change it to capital P. See, only one line is showing is capital P. Okay, now let's go back to one more thing, error. Then we need to do a short. Okay, because it is already shorted on number 1, 2, 3. So we don't need to do anything. Nothing is different coming as different. So this is the one example where we are actually pipe three comment. One is the demo psaux, cat comment, then grep, and then short. Okay, so let's next comment we'll try to process the output to a file. Okay, so now suppose we'll do ps aux, it will show all the data. Now let's do clear ps aux, and then we need to save all the data in all process.txt. Now if we do ls minus l, you can see one file was created, all process.txt. It has significant amount of data it's showing. Now if we show, so if we do a cat all process.txt, it will list down all the content that was earlier showing to the console. Okay, now let's do a little more different. ps aux, and then grep framework, and then framework file.txt. Okay, I just need to write in a wrong comment. Let's try to do correct one. psaux, and then grep, and then it will add the file to this one, framework file.txt. If we do ls minus l, it will show framework file.txt, but the size is a little bit less because we just add a filter one. Now if we show a grep framework cat okay, now you see we have only this, all the lines are related to the framework. Now suppose we want to filter based on certain word. Okay, so we need to do again on a grep word. So suppose core services, let's copy that one, core services.framework. Okay, then let's say cat framework dot, and then grep paste. So it listed down all the line that is specific, all the lines from the framework file.txt with having this word code services.framework. Okay, so here also we're using a pipe with cat command. Okay, so now we try to see append one. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's clear this one. Let's try to do one thing. Okay, let's cat okay, let's cat demo file.txt and then grep error and then filter text.txt. Okay, let's do one more thing, txt. So do a ls minus l. So filter text.txt. Let's see what data is there. Cat filter text.txt. It will show only one line. Now if you want to append another filter criteria on the same file, then try to do one more things and then try to do filter from the same file demo file.txt but with defined grep filter criteria. So permission, and then I just to try to append on the file. ls minus l. So no file was created, only one file is there. But if we do a cat filter.txt, it will show first it will show the 3 line earlier, but you can see, and again it will show only one more line that was appended on this file. So this double arrow will do the append on, and single arrow will do the normal what is called normal creation of the file. Okay, let's try to do one more filter with awk filter criteria. So let's clear the window. ps aux, then grep sorry framework. Framework will do, it will do a list on all the framework. Let's try to do private framework. Copy, clear. Let's do it. I think it will list on a little bit less data. Still we have lots of data. Let's try to do something TTC framework. TCC framework. Let's try to using this one. I try to get some less data so that the awk command will looks good in the console. Say suppose paste. Okay, good. So we have only 3 record that is coming. Now along with that we'll try to do awk command, then we'll do print, okay, sorry, spelling mistake, then $1, $3, $11. See the difference when you do this without awk filter command, it will show all the data in the long format. Okay, now if we do only the 1, 3 and 11. So 1 is for this username, and 3 is that 1, 2, 3. 3 is the CPUs. Okay, and 11 is the file name or process name. Okay, you can see system libraries, grep, TCC framework. So all this is showing us. So only 3 parameters is showing. Okay, now if we do a little bit more, let give it 2. So list on file, then size and the name, or sorry, username, which user the process is running, what how much size it is consuming, and the process time. So this is the very useful command to filter certain column or data from the list of all the data in output. Okay, so this is we discussed few basic comment which is using pipes and the filter. So we'll stop over here. We'll go to the next section of our agenda, that is the system processes. Okay, and how to control the system processes, what are the system processes we can use using the Linux program, file system. So we'll stop over here. We'll move to the next section. Thank you so much. Let's start with the processes section. So before start with the process section, let's quickly recap what we have learned so far. In the first section, we have learned about file management, how to create a new file, how to modify or edit a file, how to delete a file. In the second section, we learned about directory management, how to create a directory, parent-child directory, how to move a directory from one other directory to another directory, and how to copy the data from one directory to another directory, and how to delete a directory. And the third section, we talked about the file permission, three different kind of permission: read, write, and execute, and three different kind of user groups: user, group, and owner, and how to change the user permission from one to another. So there is two way to change the user permission. One is the numeric way and one is symbolic way. The fourth section is talked about the pipes and filter. Pipes are useful for combining the multiple comment in the single comment, so that will help to reduce the overall process to get the output. Also, this will help to pass the output of first comment to the input as the input to the second comment. Filters are basically useful for modifying the output, saving the data to the in a file, and many more. So in this section, we'll talk about few of the system processes that we can track, we can monitor, and we can work with on that. So in the Linux system, processes are managed by various commands that will help you to view, monitor, and control running processes on the system. So below are the few useful commands for managing system processes. So first is that ps command. So PS command is a process status. So this will display the information about the active processes. So there's a couple of version of that with a different kind of parameter. After that we can put so PS aux. So before PS aux, only the PS, it will list on all the running processes in the current shell or the current user. So the next version is the PS aux. This will list down all the processes running on the system regardless of the user. PS minus EF, that will display all the processes with detailed information. And obviously with the grep command we can filter certain processes by the name. So the next is the top. So it will display a dynamic real-time view of the system processes. It shows CPU, memory, and process uses in real time. So there are a couple of options will be there. If we um, top with P, it will short the by the CPU uses. If you um, top with M, it will short by the memory uses, and if you press Q, it will quit. We'll try to see what all the details in the demo section. So htop will be similar with the top, but it will show in a graphical user interface. pgrep find the process IDs or processes matching given name or criteria. Okay, so the kill command is very useful. So it will terminate a process by sending a signal to it. So we need to use kill with a process ID, and kill all, it will kill process by name instead of PID. So nice, it will start a process with a specific priority. Okay, so if you start a new process specific priority like It's low priority, medium priority, high priority, and renice. It changes the priority of an already running processes. So then LSOF, it will display list of open files and processes that open by the current user. Is trace, it will trace system calls and signal of the process. Okay. Then uptime, it will show how long the system has been running, along with the load average by the system load. And free, it will display the memory uses information useful for monitoring processes that may be consuming large amount of memory. Okay, so we have learned few of the basic and useful process command for the Linux command that will useful for understanding the system processes. We'll stop over here and we'll try to see few of the command uses in a demo section. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start with a few of the basic command for monitoring the system process. So the first one is that ps. So this will give you the current running processes in the current shell or the current user terminal. Now, if you do a ps aux, it will list down all the process running on the system. Okay, so irrespective of the regardless of the user of the shell. Okay, now do a clear and ps minus f. So it will list on all the process with detailed information. Let's try to um, a little bit shorten the length. Okay, let's try to do some grep command using this psox for specific services. Then let it copy, then ps px aux or minus ef grep. Okay, still we have a lot of services. Let's try to do a little more smaller one. Copy, clear. Okay, so here you can see we have just filtered only one or two services, and if we do ps aux grep. So these two come in a little bit different. PS aux will give the um, much more detailed information than PS minus EF. Okay. Okay, let's clear the window. So next command we'll try to understand, try to do a top command. So we just try to top. It will show all the processes running on the system in a tabular format. So the first column is a PID. So this PID is very important because using this PID you need to you can track any particular service, you can kill a particular service. Okay. Then comment, then what is CPU uses. Now right now if you want to filter based on the CPU uses, then you can type P. So if you type P, then it will filter based on CPU uses. Now if you type M, it will filter based on the memory uses. Okay, and if you type Q, then it will just quit from the top. Okay, so this is very useful comment. The next comment is that kill, and for that kill I need to have a process running on the system because I don't want to kill any system processes right now which may behave inadvertently to the system. So and I don't have any a new process running on the system so that I can kill it now. So I don't want to show the kill command, but for the kill command you need to have PID. Okay, I think that's little bit now, and there is one common uptime. So this will show you from how much days the system is up. So it's showing that last 33 days the system is up. Okay, and from last 33 days, I have not terminated or rebooted the system. Okay, then the free, it is not right now in the present in the MacBook OS, but free command will be there in the Linux OS. Okay, stress is also not applicable for the Mac OS. It will be there for the Linux OS. So I think this is pretty much for the system comment, um, which can be used for tracking the system processes. So we'll stop over here. We'll move to the next section, which is the communication. Like what communication we can do using a Linux command through external system, whether it is trying to connect to the FTP server, how to connect with the trace the IP config of the current system, how to trace a root for the any website. So those things you can be done using the next we can learn in the next section. So we'll stop over here. We'll move to the next section. So our next topic is network utilities. So in Linux, several utilities help manage, monitor, and troubleshoot network communications. These tools can be used to check connectivity, configure network interface, view network statistics, and diagnose network-related issues. So here we have listed down few of the commonly used network communication utilities. First is the ping. So it will widely used command to check the network connectivity between your machine and the remote host. Okay. Second is the trace route. Trace it will trace the route packet take to the destination host, showing the path through the intermediate router. So difference between the ping and trace route is ping will uh, directly connect to the remote host IP, but in the trace route you can see what are the intermediate IP that are using to send your package from host to remote. IF config, so it will display and configure network interfaces including IP addresses, subnet mask, and hardware address. Netstat, it will displays network connections, routing tables, interface statistics, and many more. So this is also Netstat is also useful to check the connectivity between the two hosts. Okay, so it will list down if there is a delay in loading the page on any web page, or if the pages has an intermediate network connectivity issue. This netstat will be helpful to debug the issue debug the issue and resolve the issue. So SS, it's a utility to investigate socket. It is faster and more feature rich than netstat. So NS lookup, it is also though it is queries the DNS name to obtain domain name or IP address mapping. So suppose you have a google.com and you want to see google.com is a DNS name, but there must be some IP behind that public IP. So if you do NS lookup, it will show you the details. Dig, a more flexible and detailed DNS query tool, provisioning answer to the DNS query in a more readable format. Curl, so this is very helpful tool to transfer the data from a server using various protocol like HTTP or FTP. By default, it is using HTTP protocol. It is often used to interact with the API or to download file. So the next one is the Nmap. So it's a powerful network scanning tool that can discover hosts and services on a computer network. Route, it is used to view or modify IP routing table. TCP dump, it's a network packet analyzer that capture and inspect the traffic on a network interface. mkdir, it's a network diagnosis tool that combines the functionality of ping and traceroute, providing the real-time information about the packet loss or latency. So it's a much powerful tool than traceroute and the ping. So we can, and this is very helpful in real-life scenario. ERP, Address Resolution Protocol. It will display display and manipulate the ERP cache, which maps the IP address to MAC addresses. The second list is NC, a versatile network tool that is used to reading from and writing to the network connection using TCP or UDP, often referred to as a Swiss Army knife for networking. And the last is the wget. It's a command line utility tool to download file from the web. It is similar to as a curl. Okay. So these are the most useful network utility commands that are helpful to debug any issue, to monitor the applications, to configure the applications, and to resolve any latency issue, um, unaccessible any site issue. So those things can be used, can be resolved by this command. So stop over here and we'll try to run few of the commands. Not all the commands can be run in the macOS. However, we can run few of the commands and see how it will give the information and how useful those information are in real life scenario. So we'll move to the demo section. So let's start with a few of the basic command of the network utility. So first command is a ping. So it will, for the ping command, you need to give certain website URL. So let's try to give www.google.com. So I can see that it will give, trying to ping the actual server public IP, and it will give the response. Okay. Now, if you're not getting a response from the server on a predefined time, that means the server is the access site is not accessible. Let's try to do something. Google1.com. If you give, so here you can see it's an unknown host because the host is it is not correct host. Okay. So the next command is that trace route. Now trace route www.google.com. So the trace route will give you all the intermediate IPs which are used to connect to the server. Now this is the end server 192.161.4.1. Okay, and in before below that all the other IPs are intermediate IPs which are used to connect to the remote host. Okay, let's clear it. Then the next command I'll be showing you that okay, IP is not accessible over here. Okay, next command is that I'll show you that. Let's see what I can show you. Curl. So curl will www.com. See here, if you do a curl google.com, it will show you, it will download the web page. Now if we if let's do a clear, now if we do clear slash google.html, okay, it's downloaded the file. And if you open the file, cat or do a, let's try to open the file from the file section. Okay, okay, let's try to open the file. Where is Google? Where it's stored? Let me try to check the pwd demo. Okay, inside the demo it should download it. Okay. Okay, google.html. See, it will download the HTML file from the Google, and it will you can see all the link and everything over there. So it will download the file, and it will download the file, and it will save the file in the local system. Okay, let's move to the another command. So other command we can use, let's do a clear. Let's try to see what command we can use from the list. um, ifconfig we can use. Ifconfig, it will list down all the configure network interface, including IP address, subnet mask, hardware, MAC address, and everything. Okay, so it will list down all the things. Okay, let's clear it. I think that's all I can show you today right now, because all the other comments are not applicable for the macOS. But if you have a Linux OS, then you can easily run those commands which I listed down in the previous section, and that will help you to monitor the network utilities in a real-time scenario. So we'll stop over here. We'll try to conclude this lecture. Let's move to the conclusion. So we'll try to conclude this lecture over here. So in this lecture, we have learned we have learned first file management, where we can create how to create the file, manages the file, how to edit the file. Okay. Then we learned about the directory management, how to create a directory, subdirectory, parent and child directory together, how to remove the directory, what are the basic operation you can perform on the directories. The next we have learned about the file permissions, that how to add the permission, how to revoke the permission from the file and the folders. And there is two way to do the permissions, change the permission. One is the numerical way, and another is the um, um, on the without the numerical, that is with the normal command way. The fourth section we have learned about the pipes and filter, that is very useful for um, running multiple commands using the pipe operator, and format the output, filter the output using the basic filters that is provided by the Unix systems. Then we have learned about uh, the basic command line utility for the system processes, like how to clear the how to monitor the processes in the system, like each top. Then we have learned about how what are the basic command for the network utilities, that how to check the system connectivity between the source and the destination host, how to check the IP config, how to check the network configuration in the system and the remote system. So all these things are very helpful to start with the basic Linux command, and this will give you a basic foundation of of how to handle, how to work in the Linux environment, and how to debug an issue if you encounter in a day-to-day life. So in the next lecture, we'll go to the shell programming, and after that, we'll try to understand a few advanced Linux command, which will be which will master you on the Linux administration. So I have provided you the contact number and the email ID. If you have any questions, you can drop me an SMS, WhatsApp message, or you can drop me an email. I'll get back to your query as soon as possible. Also, you can comment in the comment section with your query. I'll try to reply over there also. Thank you so much, and wish you all the best in Linux environment. Uh, Thank you so much.